Welcome to your May housing market update for Orange County, California. We're going to be diving into the median sales price, days on market, month supply of inventory, active listings, what's been going on the last few months, and what do we expect heading into the end of 2025. If you're new here, my name is Ian Phillips. I'm a local realtor in Orange County, and I upload weekly, if not daily videos, diving into the housing data, talking about various different cities, pros and cons as someone who's been living here for quite a while now, and I am fully obsessed with the data, so you don't have to do any research. If you're interested, subscribe for more videos. Let's get into it. So looking at Orange County, we are now at sitting around 2.1 month supply of inventory, and the median sales price is now above $1.2 million, and homes are now selling for above list price on average. And we are, of course, in a seller's market. Now, to many of you who are shopping for a home or maybe thinking of selling your home, this is important data to know. And as someone who is very active in the field, writing offers, representing sellers, this is no surprise to me. There are some homes that sell for multiple offers over list price, while others are sitting on the market for 90 to 120 days, and it's because they are overpriced. And we're sort of in this weird market where you have some sellers who are way too ambitious with what their house is worth, and then you have some buyers who think they can get a house for 20% under list price, and it's just not happening. Neither of those scenarios are optimal, whether you're a buyer or a seller. We're in this kind of market where if a house is listed competitively below market value, it's getting multiple offers over list price. If a house is overpriced, buyers are fully aware of this, and they're just gonna wait for the inevitable price reduction. And if you are a buyer shopping for houses right now, my strategy that I've been doing with clients that I'm representing is if a house you love has been on the market for 60, 90 days, maybe one price reduction, or maybe even it hasn't even had a price reduction, we're writing offers 5 to 10% below list price, we're getting counters, and sometimes we're negotiating an under market value purchase for some of the buyers that I'm representing. So if that sounds like something you're interested in, reach out. I'd love to chat, go over a game plan, see what works best for you. All my information is in the description below. Let's get on with the rest of this data. So median home value, little over $1.2 million. We're up almost 8% in a 12-month period and 1% month over month. And this blue line here is Orange County. Orange line is California, and the yellow line is the overall United States. So you can kind of see Orange County has been outperforming all of California forever. And you can look back to 2022. California real estate prices peaked in July of 2022 at around $800,000. And at the same time, Orange County was $1,070,000. Fast forward to now, where California prices have done absolutely nothing in a 3-year period, And Orange County, we're at $1.2 million. So we're continuing to see this trend of people getting out of areas in California where crime has risen, there's less opportunity happening, and they're fleeing for areas like Orange County, where 7 of the safest cities in the entire state are located. People are valuing low crime, they're valuing great public school districts, so their kids, or if they're thinking of starting a family, they don't have to put them into private school, even though Orange County has some of the best private schools in the state. A lot of people are choosing to live here because of all the issues that have been happening across other major areas of California. If you look at Los Angeles, it's pretty much matching prices in California, essentially nothing for the last 3 years. I can pull it up quickly here just so you can see that. No, I'm not talking out of my you-know-what. So blue line is Los Angeles. Prices peaked in 2022, and look where they are. They're actually lower. So I was wrong. They're actually lower than where they were 3 years ago. Median home value in LA was $1,033,000. Right now, it's under $1 million. So that just sort of proves my point that people are getting out of LA and preferring places like Orange County. And I'm personally working with a couple people who want to sell their house in LA and move to areas like Laguna Niguel, Newport, Dana Point, San Juan Capistrano, Irvine, Mission Viejo. All of these places are preferable for them personally rather than where they live in LA. So let's go back into some of the data for Orange County. So we'll look at the number of active listings, which is very important if you're a seller or a buyer. Number of active listings, 3,736. That's up from last month. This is what I like to see. I want to see us get back to more of a balanced housing market. I don't want to see numbers like we saw in 2021 where there were less than half of the available homes that we saw on the market right now, and in 2023 where there were only 2,200 active listings on the market. I want us to get back over 4,000. Maybe we can get back up to this pre-pandemic COVID housing crisis that we saw, where where we had a normal housing market of 5,700 homes. I'm not optimistic we're going to see that again, unfortunately. I think Orange County is going to continue to outperform the rest of the state. We're going to continue to see significantly more demand here than we do in most of the country. If we look at median days on market, it's 31. This is pretty much down. I don't really foresee this increasing until the end of the year. If you're unaware, as a buyer and a seller, you should be aware of this. The best time to sell your house is in the first half of the year. Best time to buy a house is in the second half of the year. And it's no surprise when you look at days on market that the highest days on market is always in December, which is the end of the year. December 2024, median days on market peaked. 23, the same. 2022, the same. Here, 2021, the same, December. And end of the year is always the slowest time. But honestly, number of properties also declines usually in the end of the year. Here we have December house price. There are less homes on the market in December of last year than there are right now. There's less buyer shopping and there's less people interested in selling their home. So all these things, a lot of channels, a lot of realtors don't give you all of this information. So if you like this video, subscribe for more. Let's get back into pending listings. This is an indication of buyer demand. Pending listings is a number of homes getting into escrow month over month. And at the beginning of the year, December 2024, there were only 1,300 homes in escrow. And right now there's almost 2,000. So buyer demand is increasing as we progress into 2025. This is no surprise. We always have significantly more buyers jumping into the market in the first half of the year compared to the second half of the year. Now it'll be interesting to see how this differs in the second half of the year if we do get these lower interest rates like a lot of people are anticipating. If we get multiple rate cuts in the second half of 2025, we could actually see more buyer demand as we end this year. So it'll be interesting to see if it differs from historical data. Remember, interest rates are a major factor right now, as if we get, say we're at 7% mortgage rates right now and we drop to 6%, that is a significant monthly payment decrease for a lot of first-time home buyers. Obviously, in Orange County, a lot of people are buying with larger down payments, so it's less of a factor here compared to places like Texas, where a lot of buyers are 3.5% down. But it's still a factor, and it'll be interesting to see how everything plays out. Number of properties sold, this has increased month over month. Again, pending sales, indication of buyer demand. No surprise that we have the number of sold listings increasing as well. 1,700 homes were sold last month. Month supply of inventory. This is a big one that buyers and sellers need to be aware of. Currently 2.2 months of supply. This is a very hot seller's market. Sellers are in control for the most part, but there are those neighborhoods, there are those cities where we are in a buyer's market. I did a video about Laguna Beach. Check it out on my channel. We're in a technical buyer's market right now, and all of Orange County is in a seller's market. So there are pockets of the area where buyers are in control. They're being more choosy. They're having more negotiating power. But for overall Orange County, month supply of inventory is very much at a low level. If you look back to April 2020, there were 3.6 months of supply. And right now we're at 2.2. I don't expect this to skyrocket anytime soon. I think if anything, we go back to more of a balanced market. My forecast, if you're still watching this video, I think we're gonna be in more of a neutral market compared to historical years. I don't think we're gonna have 15-20% appreciation like we saw in 2020, 2021, and part of 2022, and also going into 2023. Last year, we had large appreciation in the first half of the year, and then a pretty decent correction, 7 to 8% in the second half of the year. I think you're going to see much of the same this year. I think you'll see house prices increasing leading up to July, August, and then second 2 quarters, Q4 of this year, I think you'll have likely a little bit of price declines. It usually happens at the end of most years. So if you like this video, subscribe for more. Once again, if you're looking for an agent in the area, reach out. I'd love to chat, go over a game plan, see what makes the most sense for you. My name is Ian Phillips. Hope you enjoyed this video. I'll see you in my next one.